Por caridad y por caridad, moreno de mi vida, dime la verdad. Y moreno de mi vida, dime la verdad. Y moreno si me quiere que no tengo caridad. Por caridad, moreno de mi vida, dime la verdad. De mi vida, dime la verdad. Y moreno si me quiere que no sea por caridad. Por caridad, moreno de mi vida, dime la verdad.
Una palabra no dice nada.
During my time here in Panama, we conducted many activities, from health fairs to clinicals at centers.
Working with our local allies, we demonstrated cultural sensitivity by showing respect and patience. We honored our commitments and nurtured our partnerships. Their positives were accentuated and achievements were celebrated. Just like their medical professionals, we were their advocates. One of the health disparities that I observed in Panama were the lack of resources due to the lack of funds. The same towel and gown were used for all women during their pap smears. Children's toys were old and broken. Medical supplies from Band-Aids to gloves to even soap were extremely limited.
In the U.S., we are privileged enough to have an abundance of resources and supplies. In the hospitals, we don't even have to think twice about discarding even partially used equipment or material. As a health professional in Panama, you really need to learn how to adapt in order to decrease the health disparities. Whether it was making our own makeshift Band-Aids or rolling up our own cotton balls, many of us had to improvise in order to keep the standard of healthcare as high as possible.
It is very important to be a culturally sensitive nurse because the diversity of people I will care for as a healthcare professional will come from all ethnicities and cultural backgrounds. Not being fluent in Spanish, I've familiarized myself with common health terminologies and possible questions patients may have had. I also researched the history of Panama, its culture, and the healthcare practices. Every interaction between a nurse and a patient is an opportunity to create an affirmative effect on the patient's well-being, and knowing a person's culture can definitely amplify this effect.
I think it's important to be a culturally sensitive nurse because that means that you acknowledge that there's a difference between individuals. We need to remember that everyone isn't the same and that we all don't have the same beliefs in order for us to be able to provide the best care possible to that patient. In order for us to become better nurses in Panama, we had to change our behaviors and adapt to the Panamanian style. I became way more humble. I really became more sensitive. I learned a lot from the people in Panama. They're very caring, and it really changed the way that I treated people because I felt and I knew that they were genuinely real and actually cared for us. That really made a strong impact on me.
There's no doubt in my mind that Panama has completely changed my perspective on life. I remember my mother telling me once that there is so much more to this world than what you see outside your window. These words make so much sense to me now.
Circles that grow and they swallow people whole. After lives
The one activity that impacted me the most was the day that we went to the children's school. We taught them the importance of oral hygiene, of values, unity and just about domestic violence.
Closer or I'll have to go. Holding me like gravity are places that pull. If ever there was someone to keep me at home, it would be you. Everyone I come across in cages,
Panama has taught me to really appreciate the very things we take for granted every single day. Things like running water or electricity. Panama has also redefined my very own definition of what it means to be happy. It's easy to be blinded by a world of material objects and fads, when in reality happiness has been placed all around us. Happiness is appreciating the beauty in all things. This newfound perspective, I feel, has really contributed to my personal and professional growth.
A satellite forever orbiting. I knew all the rules, but the rules did not know me. Guaranteed.
This really impacted me because these children are the future of Panama, and it's important that we try to give them the best care so that they can grow up to be strong and successful and be an important part of the Panamanian people.
Not only was Panama such a humbling experience, there were so many lessons to be learned. One of the most important lessons I learned was a lesson of love. Not only love for your friends or for your family, but love for your fellow man. The Panamanian people express such intense and fierce love for one another. Nurses, students, doctors, every healthcare professional, whether it was in a clinic or the hospital, expressed such a deep love for one another and their patients. Regardless of race, love, or religion, above all, we are all human. And although we are all different, we all deserve love and compassion from one another, and nothing less.
Taking part in this global initiative to Panama has had a profound impact, changing my perspective on life and nursing in more ways than I can describe. The amount of knowledge was immense, and my experiences were priceless.
Though the skills and nursing practice varied somewhat slightly, the significant characteristic that changed my perspective on life was the way that people treated each other with dignity and respect. I quickly noticed how the locals were kind in greeting each and every person in passing, and how powerful the humanistic side of the Panamanian people shined through the hustle and bustle of life.
The most important lesson that I learned during my trip to Panama is that the best way to find out about yourself is to learn about and explore the differences of others. You realize that being different isn't wrong or bad, but that it's just different. With that realization comes an appreciation. Witnessing the immense kindness, graciousness, and most of all happiness from the beautiful people of this culture, who have so little yet can seem like they have so much more than me, I now more deeply understand and respect all the beauty at home that I've become so accustomed to and have always taken for granted.
My experience in the public health initiative in Panama has provided to both my personal and professional growth. Through interaction among my professors and my 11 peers, I realized all of us have different stories. We have different backgrounds and different ways of thinking. Part of the beauty of getting a group together with one common purpose is to learn how to deal with people. This trip to Panama was another opportunity for me to challenge myself in thinking outside the box. Working with people I never met before, in a foreign place, having a foreign language, has truly pushed me to function outside of my comfort zone. I learned through my experiences that it's okay to be friendly. It's okay to feel vulnerable and open up. My disposition and feelings about myself have definitely changed. I can't explain it, it's just a feeling. A feeling I plan to adopt now back in my own country as a person and as a healthcare professional.
This experience of studying abroad in Panama has completely changed me. I am totally a different person in a better way. I thought I knew what I was going to see and thought I could handle it, but once I was there, it all became real and it just touched my heart. It's an experience that I will take with me forever, and wherever I go, Panama will go. The treatment that I give my patients will resemble something that I did in Panama, and just studying somewhere else and seeing the differences and being able to bring all that back with me as memories and just as a lesson learned has been the biggest thing that I could have learned. Panama, you will always be in my heart wherever I go, and I love you, Panama.
To all of our classmates, teachers, administrators, faculty and staff at La Universidad de Panama, Salud de Chitre, and Salud de Arena. And lastly, and most importantly, to our patients and friends of Panama. Panama, muchas gracias por todo. Nunca te olvidaré y estarás siempre en mi corazón. Ciao.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt